Hello. Today I am doing craft fair prep again. um, I have I'm going to be vending at my. Hi there, cat. I'm going to be vending at my city's Pride Parade, in like 4 days, and so there's still not a whole bunch of work left to be done, but there is still quite a bit of stuff that does need to be get done, if that makes sense. It's like I feel prepared and I also feel not prepared at the same time. So there is definitely some like mandatory things that I definitely need to finish. But other than that, everything else is pretty much done. What do you want, kitty cat? Quiet. Ow. My cat is not wanting to settle down. What are you doing? Doing? Okay. Sorry. Normally where this thing sits is her bed, which you can kind of see down in the corner a little bit. Um, Unfortunately, my desk is not big enough to fit both my cutting machine and my laptop and her bed. Um, so when I have my cutting machine out, her bed gets demoted to the floor down there, which she does not like at all. So that's why she's a little unsettled. Okay. So with that being said, I do have some stickers that I want to cut out. So I am doing some freebie stickers for the event. Nothing too crazy. Just two versions of the monarch butterflies that I drew recently. And so I'm going to have a pride version. I'm going to have a non-pride version just in case people don't want a pride version, which I don't really foresee happening. I feel like a lot more people will probably want the pride version. But yeah, they're small stickers. They're the size of my sticker sheets or the sticker sheet variants of these designs. Um, yeah. What? Okay. I let the cat out of my room. But then in about 10 minutes, she probably wants to come back into the room. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, I have printed out a few, just a few pages, nothing crazy. About 5 pages of this one, and then I already printed out and cut out some of these, so I believe I only have 2 sheets as of right now. I don't want to sit here and create a whole bunch of stickers, um, just to kind of give them away for free. Like I want to have a good chunk of them, but I don't want them to be, I don't want to be spending like days, printing and cutting out these stickers. Oh my lord. Okay. I have those that I want to print out or cut out. Then knock that over. Then I also have a few new sticker sheets. So I'm very ambitious. I was like, yeah, I don't have enough to do already. Let's add in like making and also printing and cutting 2 new sticker sheets. Granted, these 2 sticker sheets I've already kind of made. I kind of already made. So like the other sticker sheet is it's a Zodiac constellation sticker sheet featuring all of the Zodiacs constellations. And I already had this already done before I even started printing and cutting all of the other sticker sheets. It's just that I didn't really like how it turned out, because instead of having like a white background, the entire part of the sticker was, or the entire background of the page was blue. Like it had a blue gradient, which I loved. But it just wasn't really making the stickers good. Essentially, what ended up happening is that a lot of this is still like very fine text. I've gone ahead and kind of, I don't know if it won't focus because it's on manual focus. Because if I don't do manual focus on this, then it's then it'll just constantly like focus and unfocus and like zoom in and zoom out. It's not the vibe. But yeah, a lot of the line art and a lot of the text is kind of it's kind of thin. And so what happened was that the background color was kind of bleeding into the text color, which made it a lot harder to read and kind of see. So I kind of scrapped the blue background and just kind of updated it to look like all of my other stickers. And then this sticker sheet, I had technically done a variation of it before, like way back when, like probably like a year ago, because I've been wanting to add in sticker sheets for the longest time. It was just, I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. And like, I feel like sticker sheets are so endless in terms of the combinations and possibilities. Like I can sit here and I can have like a monarch butterfly sticker sheet, and then I could create a whole bunch of different butterflies and have it feature like all different butterflies. So there's a lot of combinations, there's a lot of variations that I can make. So it's just kind of hard to pick an idea and kind of execute it. But yeah, this has been something that I've been thinking of doing for a long time. So I just took the artwork, or took the sticker sheet that I had already kind of made, and just put it into the design that I normally do, and then kind of bring it into my cutting program. So it wasn't necessarily, these 2 sticker sheets wasn't necessarily a lot of time or trouble. It's just now it's like an extra thing that I have to print out in the midst of me trying to print and cut everything. But yeah, so that's fun. I think that is it for stickers that I want to print out, or that I want to cut out. And then on top of that, I also wanted to print and cut out a few more notepads. Like I want to print out and cut out a few more of my gay agenda notepads. My notepads aren't really my best sellers, so I don't really have a lot of them in stock, but I kind of wanted to make sure they had a little bit more of my Pride items in stock versus my non-Pride items. So I wanted to, so I've print and cut like 2 so far, but I have another one that I want to do. That's also on the agenda today. Then also, if I get around to it, I want to create a few more of my second chance mystery packs. So there's basically 5 stickers in each pack for $13. And I have 2 versions of them. I have ones with pride stickers in them, and then I have ones without pride stickers. And it's indicated by the rainbow sticker at the top what one is what. But yeah, it's just a mystery pack featuring any miscut, misprint, or even just discontinued stickers. So kind of, as the name suggests, giving those stickers a second chance of being purchased, I guess, of finding the right home. But yeah, since I'm making a whole bunch of items, or essentially because I'm making a whole bunch of stickers, I have quite a bit of B grades. Most of it kind of comes down to more printing issues, I would say, is like the number one reason why they tend to become B grades. If there's it's hard where sometimes I get like printer lines in the image. Sometimes they're noticeable, sometimes they're not noticeable. But for the ones that are really, really noticeable, and like if I can like look at it and if I can spot it within like 2 or 3 seconds, that then it's a B grade. But those like printing errors like that affect the entire sticker sheet, which then creates a hell of a lot more stickers for B grades versus anything that's like miscuts. But yeah. So, and then I also want to finish making the tassels for some of my bookmarks, because some of them don't have tassels, so I definitely want to go through and finish making those tassels up. But I think for the time being, what I'm probably going to do is focus more on the stickers and then probably the mystery sticker packs as well, and kind of go from there. I think that that's going to be the plan. I just want to double check that everything is good. Oh, and then yesterday, when I was playing Genshin, my friend texted me because she's also doing a craft fair today. And so yesterday she was doing a whole bunch of prep work. And so she made this. It's like a giant, it's a giant rainbow rat. And she crocheted it. She patterned everything out herself and she crocheted it. But yeah, it's a really giant rainbow rat. But I just wanted to, it's hard where I can't necessarily show anything when I'm playing Genshin because my setup is completely different from when I'm doing craft prep or non-gaming streams. So I'm like, it's like I can't even show it on stream yesterday. But yeah, I wanted to show that. It also reminds me. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to focus more on the sticker sheets, or the stickers, and then do the mystery sticker packs. And then potentially work on... Maybe I won't do, I was like, maybe I'll do my, the tassels on stream for my bookmarks. I don't think that I'm actually going to do that on stream. It's, excuse me. It's just going to be like a pain in the ass, to be honest, especially with my mic right here. And it's also that thing where it's hard to kind of show it on stream or on like in a specific area. Yeah. Also, I don't know. I don't know if I like where my cutting machine is. Okay, there we go. Do I have the file open? Yes, I do. There we go. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I'm really excited for to be vending at my Cities Pride event. I am really excited, but I'm also very nervous. It's going to be a very large event. It's going to be a very large event, and it feels too good to be true, because it's like at this point I've only done 2 craft fairs that pretty much get around 1,000 to 2,000 people maybe, and so it's like, okay, like I'm doing, you know, I'm doing that. I've done only 2 so far. Okay. Who is not going to like me? Not going to like me. I don't know why, but my Silhouette cutting program, for whatever reason, like if I have the program open for too long, or if I have too many tabs open, or even sometimes even if I just tab in and out of the program, it just freezes and it won't let me do anything. And sometimes I can get around that freeze by just opening up a, like, kind of going and right clicking the icon and then opening up a different file. Sometimes I'll like wake it up, I guess. I don't know. We'll like unfreeze it. Sometimes that doesn't work though, and then it's just kind of stuck and I have to like reboot my entire computer. So that's going to be interesting. But it's just, it's like hardware where I have my OBS up, and it's like, it's not even like I can sit here and put it into like 2 windows and have them side by side from each other, because it's like the program won't even it won't show me necessary information if I do that, which sucks. But yeah, so I'm I'm nervous about the Pride Parade. I'm nervous about vending there. It just feels like such an amazing opportunity, and also like such an insanely large jump from what I've done so far to, you know, to the actual event. Um, and so I have it on, there's a setting in Silhouette that I'm using, which is like a line overlap or whatever, where um it basically does like one line and then it'll like pick up the needle and like put it back down and then continue that line. So like if it's a square, for example, it'll have like the top line and then it'll stop, pick up the needle, put it back down, and then cut the right line, and then it'll pick up the needle on the corner and then kind of continue that way. But I'm doing it for these stickers, especially for this sticker paper. This sticker paper is not the greatest, which is part of the reason why I am. You're not going to like me, are you? Okay, let me. So I'm like, it's not liking the fact that I'm tabbing out all the time. Let me close Silhouette and hopefully I don't have to. Oh. Just there we go. Let's see if closing the program and then reopening it will help. Because like the thing that I want to really avoid is it getting stuck to the point where I have to, if I want to do anything in the program, I have to like shut down my entire computer, because I can't do that. Normally it's not an issue, but now I'm streaming. And so if my entire, if I have to close my entire laptop, that's not good news. Let's just have this one open and see. Oops, that's not it. I'm going to do just a little bit more of a depth. Okay. We'll see how that works. Okay. But yeah, this sticker paper is not the greatest. And it's part of the reason why I'm making like freebie stickers out of it, because I want to use it up, because I won't actually make my actual stickers out of this sticker paper. It's one of these sticker papers that I just bought off of Amazon for like, essentially I didn't know if my okay. So I didn't necessarily know that I was vending at the Pride Parade until the beginning of July. And so essentially I have like a month to prepare everything, buy any of the supplies that I need, make anything that I need, all that sort of stuff. And I had enough supplies left over from making everything for my first craft fair, to essentially make any new items that I have and restock any items that I need to restock. But I didn't have enough like sticker paper or notebook paper or anything like that left over to really make a whole bunch of stuff. And so when I got the notification that I was vending at the Pride Parade, I was like, crap, like I have to go and buy more sticker paper. Except that the sticker paper that I buy, it is off of Amazon, but the for whatever reason, the shipping time is not correct, and so it'll be like, oh, it'll arrive within like a week, but it takes like 2 weeks to get here, which is not great. And so I didn't know if I was going to get my sticker paper in time to like make, like, I knew that I was going to get it before the Pride Parade, but I just didn't know if I was going to get it in time to then also make everything. So that's fun. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to buy this sticker paper, which is essentially overnighted. And then I can start making my products and it's all good. So I got the sticker paper. I used up my remaining good sticker paper, switched to this because I used this before and I didn't quite remember how bad it was. But I used the sticker paper before and it was like, oh, it's fine. It's great. It'll work for, you know, if I'm in a pinch. Print out a few stickers, start cutting the stickers, and this paper likes to rip. And not like the backing paper, the actual vinyl itself is very, very thin. Like extremely thin. So it likes to rip. And so I was making a few stickers and I was like, oh, I'm feeding it through my cutting machine and it's just like, oh, these are not cutting correctly. Because, oh, 1 second. You might be able to see the cat in the corner. No, she's now by my desk. Go up there. You can. Okay, she's chosen the big comfy chair in the corner. Not her bed, just the chair. Don't know. Hold on, let me see. There she is. Oh, and there she goes. Is. Oh, now that I move the camera and it's like, don't know if that's the angle that I had it at. I don't feel like that is. I feel like it kind of zoomed out a little bit. But sure. I guess that works. And I mean, you can like see the little kitty in the corner. There we go. I could just hold on. Let me do this. Ooh. Oh, that's right. I need to figure out how to remove that. Like the Whoa. Okay. Well, I mean, you can kind of see her. You can kind of see her in the corner. Yeah. The adventures of trying to catch my cat on camera. Oops. There we go. Yeah, going back to like the sticker paper. Yeah, I bought this sticker paper because it's like, oh, I don't know if my old one, or I don't know if the one that I typically use would come in time. And because of that, I ordered this one. And but yeah, I forgot how bad this one was, so I paid for my normal sticker paper, and then on top of that I paid an additional $15 in shipping to get it to me as fast as possible. They didn't know that that was an option, and I think that that's what the shipping time is based off of, is the faster shipping option, like if you actively pay for shipping. So that's fun. But yeah, so now I pretty much just use this sticker paper exclusively for just for my bookmarks, because I laminate all my bookmarks, so regardless of if the vinyl is thin or not, it doesn't really matter. And then I also use it for any sort of packaging materials, so like, or any sort of packaging. So like the stickers on my Second Chance sticker packs are made with this type of sticker paper. And then any of my signage as well, I typically print out on vinyl sticker paper, and then I stick them to a chipboard, so that way then they're a little bit more sturdier, which is fun. Yeah, so I'm like, you know what, I mean, I don't necessarily want to use my good sticker paper, especially because I am running out of it. It was like, between everything that I made before I even bought the sticker paper, and then everything else that I would have needed to make, I felt confident that 150 sheets of sticker paper was going to be enough. What really ate into my sticker paper was the sticker sheets, because and that was also part of the reason why I'm like, yeah, like I need to actively get my good sticker paper, because I was like, if this is how it's reacting when I am just cutting out die cut stickers, I cannot even fathom what it's going to act like if I'm trying to cut out actual sticker sheets. And so so yeah, but like the sticker sheets took the most amount of sticker paper, because I can only get 2 sticker sheets per page, because each sticker sheet is 4.5 inches, as I felt like that was a good size for a sticker sheet. It's not, I don't feel like it's too small, I don't feel like it's too big. But yeah, I can only get 2 sticker sheets per sticker page. So that definitely dwindles the sticker paper a lot. Okay, 1. Actually, what am I doing? I don't have to do this. There was no miscuts, so then I can just go 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so there's 19 per sheet. I already have 36. Yeah, I constantly forget that there's a camera. And so I'm just like, yeah, let me just swing my phone in front of the camera. And I'm like, I can't do that just in case there's actual like notifications that I should not be showing on camera. 19 plus 37 is 56. Okay. So currently I have 56. I feel like I kind of want to aim for about 200 per, whoops, per variant. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's also that thing where I definitely get a lot more stickers or sheets because they're so small, but yeah. That can go up there. Okay. Then on to the yeah, it's definitely but yeah, I pretty much have a lot of I feel confident with what I have so far with everything that I've printed out and cut out. I don't think I would be extremely shocked that if I end up selling out of everything or nearly selling out of everything. The likelihood of that happening, I would say, is next to none. Just because of how much I have of everything, especially my stickers. I know one of my sticker designs, I've cut out 100 stickers of that one design. So it's definitely there we go. I definitely don't think that I would necessarily sell out of everything. It's just, whoops, that's not it. I could definitely see myself selling out of some things, especially some of the lower quantity items. But they're lower quantity because, and I'm just going to do the line thing. But like they're lower quantity because they don't necessarily sell. Oh, you're doing that thing. Sometimes the machine does not like to read the registration marks. I don't know if it's a combination of just A, the paper, or B, I know sometimes it's a little bit finicky when I have my overhead light on and my fan going. So it could be that too. But yeah, it is fun. Yeah, there is definitely a chance of things selling out that are kind of lower quantities. So I know my notepads and my memo pads, I have kind of low quantity in retrospect to everything else. Because a lot of my notepads, I have like 4 of each design in stock. Oh, I have to do this every time. Yeah, I have 4 of each notepad minus, or like not including my Pride designs. I think my Pride design I now have like 7 in stock. Okay, what's going on? Let's see if that fixes it. There we go. But yeah, I only have 4 of each of my notepad designs in stock. So it's definitely very low quantity. Part of the reason why that's so low quantity is because they don't necessarily sell that well. And so, like, there is definitely a chance of them selling out. But also just based off of the data that I've collected from other points of sales, they don't necessarily, like, they don't sell that well. Like, I don't sell a whole bunch of them. So if I have time, I would like to maybe print out one extra one of each design. To then have 5 in stock per design, and then um have like 7 of my pride designs. I have more per design for my memo pads, but still, it's still kind of like low quantity. And then I also have a bit of a low quantity, not as bad, but for my bookmarks. My bookmarks, a lot of them have, I think, like 8, roughly around 8 to 10 per design. For my bookmarks. And again, like, my bookmarks sell a little bit better than my notepads, but nowhere near as good as my stickers. So I just don't want to necessarily make all this stock and then have a whole bunch of stuff left over. But also on the flip side, I don't want to sell out of everything. So it's definitely, I know that's like also part of my nervousness or my anxiety with like this event, is that I don't have any sort of point of reference to go off of. So I don't know, like, I know what's going to sell and how, like, or I know kind of like what items will sell, what product types will sell, that sort of thing, but I have no point of reference of how much I should bring or how little I should bring, which is definitely nerve-wracking. I know at the beginning I was very worried about not having enough, but as I said, I feel like I have enough to the point where I don't think that I would sell out of everything by the end of, or like by midday type thing, unless things go crazy. But yeah, I don't, but it's very much of, I just don't want a whole bunch of stuff to sell out. So yeah, so it's definitely nerve-wracking, which is part of where it's like, which is part of where I'm kind of at, where, like, right now, other than a few mandatory things like these stickers, like the sticker sheets, the and then kind of going through, I want to go back through all of my sticker inventory and kind of just double check the numbers, because I haven't been printing out and cutting out any more die cut stickers until I got all of my sticker sheets done, because I knew that I was going to need a lot of sticker paper for my sticker sheets, and I don't want to sit here and only have enough sticker paper left for, like, say 6 stickers or 6 sticker sheets per design. Like, I wanted to have a decent amount per design. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting. Yeah, I've definitely been nervous. I've had few, or not a few, but like more like a couple panic attacks at this point. Because it's hard where in my brain, a lot of this feels too good to be true. Like, it's that thing where, you know, I've only done 2 craft fair events up to this point. Both of them have been kind of smallish. You know, and so it's just like, oh, I have not done something to this magnitude. Plus also it's going to, it's like the perfect event for my stuff, because a lot of times, especially within the last 2 craft fairs, pretty much majority of my pride stuff sells. My pride stuff sells a lot more than my non-pride stuff. So that's very, very interesting. But yeah, like, it sells better than my non-pride stuff, and so it's like, oh, okay, like my Pride stuff sells, going to a Pride event, like, and also it's a huge Pride event too. Like it's my main city's, it's like my city's like main Pride parade. Um, and I know that they've estimated about like, or like, I mean, in whoops, I know in the past there was like between like roughly between like 200,000 to 300,000 uh parade goers, and like people being there. Like it is packed, it is busy. I know previous years there was like they've moved locations throughout the years, but I know one of the two of the years they had it at like they had it in an area and it was so packed that you could not really walk. You couldn't even get into like people's tents because there were so many people at each vendor's tents. There really was no place to stop. Um, and so it's very, very busy. And so like, and so it's that thing where I'm looking at it being like, okay, like there's going to be a shit ton of people. My product's in line with what people there would want. This could be like one of the best events that I've done. But then also part of me is just like, but will it? Like, will it be as good as I think that it is? Will it be, you know, like it's very like there's doubt in my brain being like, you know, it's like me preparing for like disappointment, being like, yes, like you're so hyped about this, but hey, you know, my brain's just like, hey, you need to prepare that it's not going to turn out the way that you think it is, and I'm going to basically rain on your parade. And very much pun intended, because that is definitely a fear of mine, is that it's going to rain, and I've been stalking the forecast for the last 2 weeks. I mean, I think even before then, but I've been stalking the forecast, and it is like there is scheduled rain, but it's very light rain. So, and it's like only going to be like for a few hours or like a couple hours of the day. So, and then the rest of the day is going to be like sunny. But it's definitely like a fear of mine as well, being like, oh no, like it's outdoors. It's my first outdoor event. I know my first craft fair, it was raining. I'm like, am I going to follow this trend where it's like every new thing, it's just going to rain? Going to rain on my parade, or rain on my craft fair. But yeah, it's definitely definitely like nervous. And I know like I'm also grateful that I've done so much of this prep work already. And that this week, I feel like this week I can definitely take a beat and I can definitely chill a little bit more, because I like, again, like most of everything, I've done most of everything. So anything else that I have left over is literally just, you know, making more stock just to be on the safe side. Just to, you know, be like, oh, maybe I should have like 1 or 2 more of this thing, or maybe I should print out another sticker sheet of this. And that's about it. So, and again, like other than a few things, like everything is pretty much done, which is definitely nice. So then I can, you know, take a chill bill, you know, take a beat, you know, relax a little bit, not go as crazy as I did on my first craft fair. Because my first craft fair, there was a lot. So my first craft fair, there was a lot that I still had to do, because I was making products. It's also very, very interesting, going from making products within my first craft fair to making products now, because there's not that pressure. And like what I mean by that is, when I was making products for my first craft fair, there was this pressure where not only did I have to make everything that I want to sell, but I also have to make multiples of everything. So it's especially because before my first craft fair, I didn't really keep a lot of things in stock. Sure, I would keep, you know, some of my stickers, but like very, very low stock. It would be whatever I could fit on like one page of sticker sheet paper, and that would be my stock. So if I can only fit 7 stickers on one sheet of paper, then I only have 7 stickers in stock. And I know that I've made some of my bookmarks, like I had some of my bookmarks in stock as well, but it wasn't a crazy amount of stuff in stock, especially when it comes down to my to my notepads and my memo pads, which took the most amount of time for me. I spent, I think, like 2 weeks making my notepads and my memo pads. I needed to make all of the designs, and then I also had to make like 3 or 4, like three of each design per notepad. So I think that came out to be, I think, 15 notepads in total that I had to make, and then I made 25 memo pads as well. But yeah, it was very much of like, ooh, if I don't make this, I won't have it to sell. So it wasn't just, oh hey, I need to make enough stock. It's like I need to make everything plus stock. And if I don't make everything and I only focus on stock, then I won't have that item to sell. Where now is just, hey, I have everything that I want to sell, minus, you know, maybe like newer stuff. But everything that I want to sell, I've already made. And so now it's just making the stock. It's like, and if I don't have time to make stock, then oh well. If it sells out, it sells out, as long as it's not like a main, like my bestseller stuff. It's like, if it sells out, it sells out. Versus before, where it's just like, ooh, I don't even have this product to sell to begin with. So it's definitely a different vibe. I definitely don't feel as stressed about making stuff as much as I did back then. For my first craft fair, now it's just, you know, making sure that I have enough in stock. And then so not only was I making stuff, I know that I left a lot of things to the last minute, not on purpose. It was just I just didn't have time. Because again, like a lot of it was I did everything kind of in groups. So I made all of my notepads and my memo pads, and then I moved on to making my stickers, and then I moved on to making my bookmarks. And my bookmarks were the last thing that I needed to make. And thankfully I had a lot of pre-made tassels. Like I think like I went through and like made a whole bunch of tassels, or they were just like leftovers from like other bookmarks. And so I had a lot of tassels already made, which definitely saved me a little bit. But I also, there was still a lot of tassels that I keep hitting my mic when it's here. But there was still a lot of tassels that I had to make. And I left that till the day of. And so I got my friend to make the tassels for me. For whatever bookmarks I needed the tassels for. And then I Sorry. I was looking at, I just want to double check some stuff on my phone. I'm waiting for a few emails to come in. Because when I put in my application for the Pride event, at the time, I didn't have my acrylic keychains. I wasn't even thinking of acrylic keychains because I decided to branch out to different things after my first craft fair. And I put my application for the Pride Parade in before I even did my first craft fair. So very ambitious from, for me on my part. But yeah, so my application only had that I sell like bookmarks, stickers, like art prints, notepads, that sort of thing. And so I contacted the people because in their terms and conditions, they're just like, ooh, you cannot display anything that hasn't already been like pre-approved. And I'm like, valid, fair enough, makes sense. Pretty much, I think every craft fair or every place that I've been to so far that I've applied to has the same terms of service or terms and conditions. So I'm like, okay, like that's nothing new, but I'm like, I need to contact them to ask if I can sell my acrylic keychains. I'm hoping that they say yes, because I not necessarily specifically got them for the Pride event, but I know that when I bought them, I paid for faster shipping, so then they would 100% arrive in time, and that I would have time to kind of just quality check them, pin them to a backing card that I made. So hold on. Like, this is how they turned out. There we go. I love how I made them. I really like the backing card. The only issue for me is that the backing card is technically a little too short, especially for like some more of my longer keychains. Like, it's perfect for this one because the keychain is kind of on its side, or the clasp is on its side and not necessarily straight up and down. And like, it's hard because I can't really make the cards taller, because I have to think about how I'm going to display them on my table. And so right now I'm going to have to do a little bit of rearranging because I've added in some new sticker sheets. But I have a wooden display case where I have the keychains on one shelf, and then I have my sticker sheets on the second and third row of that display case. And I have to be the wooden display case also has an acrylic front panel, I guess. I don't know, but basically like the front shelf or the first shelf has like an acrylic strip. And so I don't want to put any sort of paper or stick anything to that because that's just going to gunk up the acrylic. But also I like that you can kind of see the products on the first shelf, which is perfect for like acrylic keychains or anything that might be kind of hidden behind the shelf. And so I put my signage above the keychains. And so I don't want the signage to be too tall, or else you can't see the sticker sheets, or it's going to like block the sticker sheets. And so I kind of have to be mindful of that. So like, even though that sometimes the cards work for certain designs and then other times the cards don't necessarily work for the design, it is what it is. I also don't want to have, I want to have the cards be all the same size. I don't want one card or two cards to be taller than each other. But yeah, and then I just secure it. I have this gold kind of wire, or yeah, this gold wire that I had found in my crafting stash, and I just kind of I cut it with wire cutters, and then I stuck some tape to it so then it wouldn't dig into anyone's skin if people were to pick it up, because I don't want anyone to scratch themselves on it. It's definitely a pain in the ass. I don't either. I need to figure out a easier way to attach the wire, or find something that's maybe not as or like find like a different kind of wire that I can use, maybe something that's not as thick or as sturdy, something that might be a little bit more bendable, because it's definitely a pain in the ass to get them hooked onto the backing cards. And it also, after doing like 10 or like 15 of them, I'm like, I'm done. My fingers hurts. But yeah, like it's that thing where like my fingers hurt after doing a few of them. So it's that thing where if it becomes a popular product among my stuff and I go and buy more, and I buy more per design, and then also more designs in total, I definitely need to figure out a different way to display them. It's just hard because like I know that sometimes people put them in acrylic, or not acrylic, in like clear bag sleeves. And I was thinking of doing that as well, but the Pride Parade, my city doesn't allow, has banned single-use plastic, and so I can't use clear bags, which is definitely fun considering the fact that I store some of my notepads and memo pads in clear bags, so I had to take them out of those bags. And then I have those bags just kind of chilling. So then if I decide that I want to put them back into the clear bag, then I am not just wasting plastic. It's also that thing where I definitely do want to be mindful of the usage plastic that I use. Whoops. That one just kind of flew away. All pun intended. Okay. Let me... How many per sheet is there? There's 16, 20, 21, 20. Okay, so that would be 44. Nice. Oh. I lost one. One flew to the floor. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'm waiting for that email to hopefully come in soon. If they don't email me today, then I'll email them back tomorrow. Cause it's like, it's like getting close. I would like to know. I'm like, no pressure. I know that you're busy. No pressure, but like, I'd like to know. Go. Um, There we go. Yeah. And it's also the Pride Parade is also going to be a long ass day. Because it's essentially going to be like almost like a 12-hour day for me. Unfortunately the event isn't 12 hours because that would be awesome. But no, it's because it's such a huge event. There's different times for load in and load out. So it's going to be a long day for me. I'm excited. I'm excited and nervous. And then I know that I was also like, I never really talked about how my latest craft fair went. Because like I did a craft fair on Friday of last week. It went okay. It went okay. I have one more, I've booked one more time slot with them. But at this point, I don't think that it's going to be a place that, I don't think that it's going to work for me and my business and my products. So like the first time my first craft fair, because I did my first craft fair with them and then I did my second craft fair with them. And the first time I made just under $100, which wasn't enough to cover my table fee. My table fee was $150. And then because it was my first craft fair, I wasn't 100% sure in terms of the table spaces and like what a 6x4 or 6x8 meant. And so especially because at that point in time, I hadn't actually measured out my table that I had because it was just stuck in my shed. And I hadn't had time to kind of pull it out. Because I ended up applying to craft fairs before I was really ready for them. Because it's that thing where I just needed to go for it. I just needed to put in my applications and then kind of see from there. Because like I felt like I was never going to be like completely and utterly ready, and it's also that thing where it's hard where, you know, you have to buy all this stuff and you have to make all this product, and it's just like, well, if it doesn't necessarily make sense to go out and buy all this stuff if I'm not, if I don't even have a craft fair lined up. So at that point, I bought, or like I got one of the larger booth spaces just to be on the safe side. It was definitely too large for me. I didn't need all that space. And so there was that. But yeah, the first craft fair, I made like just under $100, and then the last craft fair that I went to, I made $116, which I downgraded to a smaller size so that my table cost was only like $130. So I was about $15 shy of making back my table fee, but that doesn't even include the cost of products, or like the cost of materials, my time, gas, coffee, snacks, like all of that sort of stuff. It doesn't even take in consideration that. And so it's very much of, I made a lot of improvements to my table setup, to my display, or like to my table setup and and display, and added in new products, new product types, like new product designs, new product types, that whole 9 yards. And so while I wasn't necessarily expecting a huge boost in revenue, I was hoping that I would make a decent, like, I was hoping that I would make a little bit more than just an extra $20. And it's very interesting. I'm someone who I don't like math, but I love analytics and I love stats. I find them very, very fascinating to look at and to kind of analyze. And so I know that I have a spreadsheet of all the items that sold at those locations. And then I also, because I do everything through Square, it shows me how many sales I get. Hey, how's it going? This is my VTuber. I made the model and then I rigged it. So this whole, like, if you see me like moving up and down, like that's actually me moving up and down. The tracking isn't 100% correct just because of my current setup right now. Normally it's a lot better when I'm streaming games. But yeah, it's through, you can you make the model. There's ways to make models on like any sort of drawing software. So I made mine via Procreate, and then I brought all the pieces into Live 2D and rigged it from there. Yeah. And then even with the even with like my little cat in the corner, I also drew that and animated it. Yeah, it's definitely it's a lot of work, or if you don't want to do it yourself, it can be hella expensive to get someone to make a custom model for you. A lot of times if you just want to start out with it, you would go with a pre-made model. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself to make my model. Oh, thank you. Even like the stickers that I'm currently making, I drew myself as well. But I've been drawing since I was a little kid. And then I know that I've been trying to work on my art as well, trying to work on just kind of improving my skill even more. Here we go. Yeah, and then it's like I'm making I also sell stickers and stuff of my artwork, which is what I'm currently, I mean, these are freebies, but I'm currently creating products for, I'm going to be vending at my local Pride Parade this weekend. So I'm making products for that. Nice. Definitely always practice, always keep drawing no matter what. You know, draw what you like. I know what's helped me a lot with my drawing, especially recently, is learning the art fundamentals. So learning perspective, color theory. I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head. Composition, and all that sort of stuff. I mean, you and me both. I hope that people buy them. I know that I've done a few craft fairs already, and people tend to gravitate more towards my Pride stuff. So I have a good feeling about it, but it's definitely nerve-wracking. I know my last craft fair, there was a little kid that came up to my table, and she pointed to my stickers and she's just like, oh, can I have one? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, like they're for sale. I can't just hand you a sticker. But then I'm like, I felt so bad because she was probably like 7, or I don't know kids' ages, to be honest. But she was definitely like little, and I was like, this kid has no idea what monetary like value means, and like what why she can't have them, and what it means to like buy them. And I was like, oh, I feel so bad. And then I'm like, wait, I could totally just make some free stickers, like small stickers I can just hand out to any sort of kids that would potentially want some. I mean, fair enough. It's definitely, I definitely totally understand that. I mean, also no pressure at all. If you truly want to buy something, I do have an Etsy store, but where I sell, I need to add in all of my new products, but also like no pressure at all. Um, but yeah, I have an Etsy store. I also, yeah. It's on Etsy, so it's literally just you can just type in etsy.com. Hold on. Let me. I don't have these specific stickers on my shop right now. They are on my to-do list to take photos of, and to yeah, this is my Etsy store link or URL. But yeah, I definitely after the Pride Parade, because I've been so busy working on that, I will totally get to adding all of my new stock to my my store. Whoa, that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. There we go. Nope, that is so not what I want either. What am I clicking on? There we go. I make everything, I draw everything in Procreate, and then I print them out. I have a very expensive and fancy printer. So I use so my printer is the Epson EcoTank 8550. It's very expensive, but holy crap, the quality is amazing. I was using a different Epson printer. It was like Epson XP 950 for like the longest time, but it was a cartridge printer. So I would have to buy ink cartridges all the time, and I remember during Christmas when I was making all my products, I probably spent like $500 in ink, or like no, I actually probably spent about $1,000 in ink at that point. And I'm like, I could just buy a whole new printer and save money on ink costs. If I get an EcoTank printer. But yeah, like every time that I looked up like the best Epson printer for small businesses, everyone recommended it because it's basically a fine art printer. And then I have my Silhouette cutting machine that I print them on sticker paper or vinyl sticker paper, and then I cut them using my Silhouette Cameo machine. Oops. But it's definitely, I know that you can probably get like cheaper cutting machines. There's probably cheaper cutting machines out there, but yeah, whoops, tabbed into that. But yeah, when I did a print test between my old printer and my new printer, it was a night and day quality difference. My old printer could not, like, it was so interesting because my old printer printed things blurry, and like I never noticed that until I put my, like, basically until I printed like the same sticker and put them side by side did I ever actually notice how blurry the oh, no worries. um it might also be me too. Oh no. Sorry, the Spotify just like stopped. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. What song am I on? There we go. Weird. I don't know why I don't know why Spotify just stopped there for a hot second. I know sometimes when I'm tabbed out of the Spotify web player, um, it doesn't like that, and then it just kind of pauses a little bit. Here we go. But yeah, but yeah, like my old printer used to print out very blurry stuff, which I never noticed um until I got my new printer. Okay. Um and so yeah, so it's definitely the my new printer is like $1,000. It's a very expensive printer. So yeah, I actually do. I have cats, which you can see down there. Hold on. Just move myself out of the way. But yeah, I have my cat down there. She normally sleeps on the where my cutting machine is. But my table's not big enough to have my laptop and my cutting machine, so she has been unfortunately downgraded to the floor, which she definitely does not like. It takes her a hot minute to settle down. Um, but yeah. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, her name is Cinder, not Cinderella. Or I didn't name her after Cinderella. I named her after Cinder from the anime called Ruby. Because I think I was watching it at the time that I got her. I was like, you know what? Cinder is like the perfect name. Um, and then I did also I had a dog. Um, but she's unfortunately passed away. Um, 2 months ago. She was 17 years old, and her name was Daisy. So, but yeah, just a cat now. Yeah. Beauty. Almost through these stickers, I think. I think I have one more sheet of them, and then I'm on to my sticker sheets. There we go. Oh, thank you. It's definitely getting better. I mean, as time goes on, it gets better. It's sorry. It was just it was like the first animal death that I experienced. So it's definitely take a hot moment. But yeah. I think I have, yes, I have one more sheet and then I'm on my sticker sheet. Gonna be nice. And then that's fair. It's definitely, I mean, you don't have to have, if you want to make like your own stickers, like you don't have to have like all the fancy machinery that I have. Even just like a basic printer at home, and then you can, or a basic like inkjet printer at home, with and then you can buy like sticker paper off of Amazon, and you can even like cut them out yourself with just like a pair of scissors. I have all these fancy equipment because I am trying to sell them, and so I want the quality to be as high as possible. But yeah, I know when I first started making stickers, that was but yeah, when I first started making stickers, I just made round stickers that I cut out. I had like I had a little circle guide that I would cut with the stickers, and then I would just cut around the circle and make circle stickers. Whoa, that's not what I want. There we go. Yeah, it's like if you want like die cut stickers like these ones, it's definitely easier to get that when with a cutting machine. It's a lot harder to make complex stickers or complex shapes when just cutting them out by hand. But yeah. As long as it's an inkjet printer, so as long as it uses ink and not toner, I think that you can get sticker paper for laser printers, but they would just be black and white unless you have a colored laser printer, but those are even more expensive than basic inkjet printers. But yeah, as long as it's I don't like the song. Like, I think the only one song that I don't like out of this entire album. But yeah, when you're getting sticker paper, just figure out if you need inkjet sticker paper or laser sticker paper. Thank you. Then I know that there's also like tutorials online as well, like on YouTube. I know that there's people like comparing like different sticker paper. But again, like if you're just making them for yourself, like you don't need, I mean, unless you really want the like really fancy sticker paper, you don't necessarily need really expensive supplies. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to buy like actual sticker paper. So this is, I mean, it's just a packaging sticker that I have. But like with sticker paper, there's 2 layers to it. Pull it off. Yeah, there's two layers to the paper. So you have the backing paper, and then you have the actual like vinyl sticker paper that's like actually sticky. I mean, you could make stickers out of regular paper. You would just either A, end up gluing them down, or um using like some sort of adhesive to make them sticky. But most, like, if you're doing like a heavy ink design, like something like this, getting the proper paper is definitely a must, because different. Oh, I also don't like the song either. It feels too eerie for my liking. And there we go. But yeah, like regular printer paper, it's too thin to hold a lot of ink. So if you try to print something out using just regular, or if you try to print out a design that uses a lot of ink on just regular printer paper, then when it comes out, the design will look kind of wrinkled. But yeah, like the design will just kind of like look kind of wrinkled, and like you can kind of feel that the paper kind of couldn't absorb all of the ink. It depends on if you're doing VBridger. No, if you're using VTube Studio, there are, I think, pre-made models that you could use. I don't know if you're thinking of like streaming. I don't know if you can use those models for streaming. You would have to look at their licensing agreements. You would probably have to go into more. You would probably have to Google that. I mean, there's tons of tutorials out on YouTube in terms of where to find like pre-made models, what models you can use. But when you download VTube Studio, you'll have your you have to configure everything. Hold on. Go here. So like here is this is showing. Okay. But here's like all the settings. So this is like your parameters. So this is the stuff that people would rig in Live 2D Studio, and then you import it into VTube Studio. And then these are all your parameters. So you would have to set up everything according to your face movements and your face and like how like your equipment. So everything's going to be different from people for each person. And it also gets very, very complicated. Half of the time I just play around with the numbers until I get what I like. But it's all tracking between like my mouth open. It's just like, okay, like this is when I have my mouth closed, it's like 0, but then when I have my mouth open, it'll hit like a certain amount. And then you can adjust it from there. But yeah, it took me, I think all in all, it probably took me about like a month of or I think it took me like 2 weeks to draw the model, and then a week to rig it because I was following a YouTube tutorial. There's one person that I found on YouTube that did like a very intense like step-by-step guide of how to rig each part of your model, and then how to bring it, and then I watched other YouTube videos on how to set the parameters for VTube Studio. It's very very complex. If anything, you might want to start out with a PNG model. So PNG model is a lot more simplistic. You don't have the full tracking ability. It just goes off of your voice command or voice settings. So let's see. Whoops. Yeah, so like I have this one, which is a PNG model. And so basically you switch between two PNG file or photos. So you have the one that's like mouth closed, which is this one. And then you have the talking mouth, or the mouth open, which is another PNG photo. And then some programs, like the program that I'm using right now, has like auto blank. But yeah, that's pretty much, if anything, PNG models are probably, they're a lot easier to deal with. But yeah, no, I don't stream on TikTok. I only stream on YouTube and Twitch. I've heard that like people can get banned pretty easily with on TikTok, and it's also another it's also another program that I would have to like figure out how to stream, or how to like multi-stream. I'm not 100% sure. I believe so. Like, I'm in Canada. In Canada, and Canadians, fun fact, do not have access to the creator program. And so any videos that I make on TikTok, I cannot make money off of. But I don't know if that also extends to live streams or not. I don't know if Canadians can make money on live streams. But yeah, it's that thing where it's not necessarily like I'm not streaming specifically to make money. I'm streaming because I enjoy it and it's fun and it's content. But it's that thing where I much rather put my energy into platforms where I could potentially make money in the future and build those up, versus putting all of my energy into a platform that that I can't really, that like essentially I'm just building up exposure and followers. Yeah, so that's part of the reason why I focus more on YouTube and TikTok at the moment. But I still post over on YouTube and Twitch, but I still post on TikTok. So I post clips of my streams on YouTube as like shorts on YouTube Shorts, Reels, and TikTok. So but yeah, like I still post content over on TikTok. But I know live streaming to TikTok can be quite finicky, and you can get banned for a lot of silly reasons. And I don't really want to put myself into a situation where I could potentially get banned off of a platform, even if I wasn't doing anything. But like to break the platform's rules. Yeah, I probably spend most of my time on YouTube because I tend to watch people's VODs. So like I would tend to watch people's live streams. Yeah, I mostly use YouTube to watch people's live streams or Twitch. Because I like to have a live stream on in the background whenever I'm doing stuff. I don't necessarily use TikTok that much. I mean, I use it off and on. At this point, like, it's more of like it's more of like whenever I want to like doom scroll or just kind of like chillax. But a lot of times, especially right now, I just don't have the time to do that. But yeah, I know I'm like on TikTok and on Instagram. Both of those platforms I don't necessarily use that much or engage into. I use Instagram more to find craft fairs or places to vendor at, because a lot of times a lot of places will put out a post on Instagram being like, yeah, like applications are now open to vendor at the specific place. So I typically just use Instagram to kind of keep track of that. I mean, it's pretty much just I have a daily follower goal, not like for Twitch, because unfortunately the program that I use can only track followers, I think, on Twitch. I mean, it's pretty much I don't necessarily have like a pure sub or follower goal. I'm just working up towards to get Twitch affiliates, and then YouTube, like to get into YouTube's AdSense program. But like I'm so far away from both of those goals, so it's just kind of like in the back of my mind, but not something that's, I mean, whoops, keep hitting my mic. It's not something that like I'm actively pushing for. It's just kind of like it'll happen whenever it happens. You know, every time that I stream, like it's, you know, I tend to be like one step closer to that goal anyway. So but yeah, it's just mostly and it's not necessarily both AdSense programs, like they do have a minimum like sub and follower amount that you have to have, but you also have to have like watch hours for YouTube, and then you have to average like 3 viewers on Twitch for like 4 streams, which is like super duper hard to do. So it's something that like I'm working towards slowly but surely, but not but it's not something that like I'm pushing towards, or like I'm pushing constantly. Especially because like I normally stream I just stream the stuff that I would normally do anyway. So like right now, like even if I wasn't streaming, I would still be doing this. So it's more of like, you know, why not stream it? And even like I know I also play Genshin Impact as well. So that's so I stream Genshin 2 days a week, and then I have like a non-gaming stream. So that's where I would do like art, sewing, craft fair prep, that sort of thing. But like all of this stuff is stuff that I would have done anyway, regardless of if I was streaming or not. It's just nice to stream. There we go. And like and also the music that I'm listening to is actually from Genshin Impact. Whoops. So their music is really pretty. Nice. Do you have like a favorite like streamer that you like tune into all the time, or like a favorite, I want to say subject and that's not it. Like favorite like thing that you like to watch people live stream, because like for me, I typically watch people stream games like Elden Ring, um and like Dark Souls games. I think so. I don't look at my view counts whenever I'm streaming. Uh it's more of so it could be like I could have maybe like one viewer on Twitch, or you know, a few people lurking. I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, it kind of makes sense because most people tune in for my Genshin streams, um, versus my um non-game streams, which like I totally respect. Um, I have streamers where they'll do like a variety of things, but I'll only catch like a certain game that they play, or certain things that they do. Uh, Nice. I looked at the person. They definitely look cool. Not definitely not someone that I would personally watch, just because game wise. Um but yeah, they definitely look really cool. I'm just like I'm trying to like think of like anyone that I watch. Sometimes I'll watch, I know, like I'm more into like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and that sort of thing, in terms of like live streams. So I watch Bine, if that's, don't know if it will focus, but he goes into a lot of different games blind, so he has no idea anything in regards to the game that he's playing, and he live streams everything, but he doesn't have chat on screen, and so no one can spoil him for any sort of information. He's gone through all of the Dark Souls. He's gone through Dark Souls, Bloodborne, pretty much like every soft. Is it soft? No, software? No, that's not it. From Soft games. And then he's also thinking of doing like other games as well, like Hollow Knight, and that sort of thing. So like I really like his channel. And then I pretty much like, I also watch him for his Elden Ring videos, but also sometimes live streams. He's really cool in terms of kind of like doing not necessarily speed runs, but he just plays through Elden Ring in so many different ways. So sometimes he'll find ways to break the game, or he'll play through some like mods on Elden Ring, or find ways to completely cheese the boss. So his videos are fun. I also watch his live streams every now and then. But yeah. And then I do have some like Genshin streamers that I also watch as well. I don't typically watch them that much, just because sometimes sometimes they're playing through the same content that I just played through, and I'm like, I'm not really in the vibe to like rewatch content that I just played myself, unless it's like content that like there's unless it's like a major like story update for Genshin, then sometimes I'll watch people play through that. But yeah. I also know in terms of also VTubers, sometimes I'll watch Sayu, who is a voice actor for Cyno in Genshin Impact, as well as like so many other things too. Like if you watch anime, 9 times out of 10, he's probably voiced a character that voiced a character in an anime that you've watched. And then I also sometimes watch Monarch as well. But yeah. Here. So there was 22, 66, 88. Nope. 110. Okay. I have 110 of those Monarch butterflies stickers. Good to know. I definitely need to make way more Rainbow Monarch. I might just stick with 110 of the regular Monarch butterflies and then maybe do like 200 or 250 of the Rainbow Monarch butterflies. Because I don't necessarily see a lot of people going for the regular butterflies in of themselves if they had to choose between the rainbow one and the regular one, because it is a Pride event. So yeah. I want to also show the stack on camera. Okay, sounds good. Definitely go and eat. I know sometimes I forget to eat and that's no good. But yeah, this is what 110 stickers look like. It's a fat stack of stickers. So yeah, I think they'll probably just stop with that and then probably focus more on the rainbow stickers, especially because technically speaking, the rainbow monarch stickers, I have less per sticker sheet. Which definitely means that I'll have to print out more of those just to kind of get up to a similar amount. But yeah, I think like 100 of these and then maybe like 200 of the rainbow ones should be good for right now at the very least. Now it's time for sticker sheets. 118. But yeah, I really like this song. This song's very, very much up my alley. I think before it kind of took me aback because I didn't realize. I thought that the album had ended and it was playing my own like Spotify music. And I was like, oh no, that's not good. I don't want to play like copyrighted music on stream yet. But no, it's from the actual album. I'm like, yeah, love that. I'm also, oh my god, I am so excited for Sneznaya's live stream in like the next 2 days. What am I doing? I don't. Oh no. Oh no, I done fucked it. Okay, there we go. I don't want you. But yeah, I cannot wait for 7.0's live stream on Friday, which I will be reacting to on stream. Cannot wait. Super duper excited for that. Ooh. How is this? Oops, want that. Is it? It's okay. And that's what's going on. That's that. I'm gonna group all of you. Okay. Ungroup you. Ungroup. Group you. There we go. Okay. Whoops, that's not the button that I want to press. I'm gonna go save it, not print it. Oh, what the hell just happened? Okay. Yeah, whoops. Okay. Sorry, I have to group certain elements to make it easier for me to switch between cutting just the sticker sheet and then cutting out the sticker sheet. Because both, or like just cutting the stickers in the sticker sheet requires a different cut setting versus cutting out the actual sticker sheet. And so I have to group everything together so that it makes it easier to click what section of the sticker sheet that I want to cut out. But then I went to go save it, and the program just kind of glitched there for a hot second where it froze, and then the entire window kind of like shrunk, and then it like bounced back to its original size within like, you know, a second or two later. I was like, oh, that's weird. Don't think that should have happened, but whatever. It seems that it's fine now. So I don't know why that happens. I love how I like how silly the soundtrack is. It goes from like really cool space music to like fun summertime music. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back. Just double checking everything. Okay, there we go. I'm just waiting on a few emails, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye out on my interesting. I'm going to have to fix some of this. Necessarily like how go to design. Don't necessarily like how thin the line is. Not thin, but is that the one that I wanted? No, that's not the one that I wanted. Yeah, that looks okay, I think. Little bit better. Some of them, like, I feel like some of them are super duper close. And I'm not 100% sure, like, in terms of cut lines. Because, like, I don't want them to be, I want there to be, like, a slight white border around them, but I don't necessarily want it to be too thick nor too small. There we go. Oops. There we go. Nice. It's definitely It's super duper pretty music. I love Genshin's music so much. Like I feel like Hoyoverse really outdone themselves with a lot of the game soundtrack. And I cannot wait for the live for 7.0's live stream on Friday, because we should be hearing more of, or we should be getting some sample music of Snezhnaya, or like the music that will play in Snezhnaya, and I'm so looking forward to it. So like I feel like they really outdone themselves in Nodcry. In group. Oh, that's not what I want. Whoops. I want to do this one. There we go. I just want to fix some of the cut lines on some of these. Still feel like maybe some of them are slightly smaller. Oh, that's not good. Okay, hold on. I need to fix that one. Offset. Oh, it's that one. Whoops. There we go. I think that that's better. I might end up fixing... Actually, yeah, I will fix that one. Oh, no worries. Everything, it will be saved as a VOD on YouTube. So even if you can't catch me live, you can always rewatch the VOD later. Yeah, no worries. Whoops. That's not what I want. Here we go. Oh, that one's not... Okay. Did you ungroup that? Whoops. Okay, there we go. That feels... I think that feels a lot better in terms of cut lines. Still feel like maybe some of them are slightly too small. I don't know. I feel like now that I fixed some of the cut lines, I'm like, now I'm looking at like some of the bigger ones. I'm like, maybe those are too small too. Oh no. I don't want to spend like 5 million years trying to like redo all the cut lines. But I think that that might be what I want to do. Yeah, I feel like some of the cut lines, especially, I feel like the pine cone one is pretty good, but I feel like everything else is just a little too um small. And even like some of the smaller ones, they're kind of like off cut just by a smidge, and I don't really want that to happen. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go and like offset or like, oops, fix some of these cut lines. That looks fine. I feel like okay. You can delete that. This is definitely going a little bit faster now. If I can grab the right cut line that I need to delete. There we go. Delete. See, the only issue is that since I've already printed everything, I can't just go and like copy everything and like bring it over and like duplicate stuff, because then it's not going to match up with what I've printed out already. So I kind of have to go through one by one and fix the cut lines, so that way then the items are in the same spot and I don't have to worry about it miscutting anything. There we go. Fine, this one I can fix. And I want to fix this one too. Delete. Okay, let's zoom out and see how that looks. I feel like definitely looks a lot better. I just didn't do the pine cones, and now that I'm looking at everything, I feel like I need to do those. Like, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to, but I think that's way too big. Hold on, let me fix this. Let me turn that down just a smidge. There we go. And I also want to fix, I think, the big one. I don't know, maybe I'll fix the big one too. I think I'll fix the big one. That one's the same. Okay. Interesting. And that one's smaller. Okay. Then those two are fine. So it's just the smaller one that I need to fix. That's so not what I want. Ungroup. and then offset it. And delete. Nope. That's the right one. Okay, then I can delete that one. There we go. Okay. Feel like that's going to be better. I'm hoping that I don't have to go through and redo some of this. I'm hoping that the cut lines are going to be better. But with that being said, this one's probably going to be a B grade. That's not what I want. Group all of that together again. What do? Group all of that again. Awesome. And then do that. Okay. Hopefully it's smooth sailing from here. But yeah, I'll probably make these B grade because one, some of them are kind of off cut a little bit too much, where the design is not the design is being cut off a little bit. So for me, anything where, you know, the design is obviously not fully there, I will always make either B grade or just get rid of it entirely, depending on how bad of a cut it is. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with my B grade items, like, because I have my B grades. Also, this is how it looks when it's cut out. I really like this design. I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do with it, because I have like a potion bottle sticker sheet and a monarch butterfly sticker sheet, and both of those have stars on them. And I feel like stars are such a good void filler, but obviously, like, I don't want to have every single sticker sheet have stars, because that becomes boring. But also sometimes it doesn't feel like it fits the vibes. Like for this one, I don't know what word I was trying to pull out of my head, but like this one, I feel like stars don't really make sense for like a fall themed design. I was thinking about potentially creating smaller leaves and having small leaves around it, but I don't really have time to draw anything new, so I just kind of created a version where you get like 4 bigger stickers, or 4 big stickers of each design, 4 small, or you get like a big version of the designs, you get a medium version, then you get a small version. And I feel like that's pretty good, especially because I feel like this would be really great for like planners, or decorating anything for like fall related, whereas the other ones felt more of like staple pieces or staple designs. Also, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Do I was like, this is Dotori's theme. I'm like, I watched like I think like a 2-hour video or something like that on Dotori's music like music stuff, and it's like as soon as I hear like those like chords, I'm like, yes, Dottore. After watching the after watching that video. Okay. Still nothing. Cool. It's like I look at I look at my clock and it's just like it's 1:45. I'm like, ooh, I kind of need to pick up the pace a little bit. Like I was expecting to get through like at least all of the like the stickers and then start making sticker packs. And I'm like, now I'm just like, ooh, am I? Is that going to be a thing? But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with like the B grade sticker sheets, because like I have my second chance sticker packs, which is great. Like I like that. Like I want to whoops. Can I? There we go. There we go. But yeah, like I like the idea of having like some sort of B grade or second chance mystery pack. And so I was thinking of potentially doing kind of like a second chance stationary mystery pack where I would have maybe like a bookmark or two, like a couple stickers, maybe like a sticker sheet, or if I have any like B grade notepads that I want to sell off as well. It's just hard where I don't want to have like a whole bunch of different sticker or mystery packs. I want to only have like maybe one. I would only like to have one available. So whether that's a second chance sticker mystery pack or a second chance stationary mystery pack, I'm not 100% sure. But I want to see how well my sticker mystery packs do at my craft fairs. And then kind of go from there to see what else I want to do. It's also that thing where I don't necessarily have a whole bunch. Like with my stickers, I can make like a whole bunch of mystery packs, but with my, like if I was doing a stationary mystery pack, I would only be able to create maybe like a handful of them, so probably around like 5 or 6. Unless I just save up everything that I have and find a place to put them, which is really like the key issue that I have right now, where I just don't necessarily have a place to put them or to store them. That is definitely so much better. I can probably shift some of them over just a smidge. Let me go design. Don't know, maybe it's maybe not. Maybe I won't. Okay. Go. I mean, I feel like a lot of them are pretty good in terms of cut lines. You can probably yeah, no, I think it's they're either the second page is slightly not aligned correctly, but like it's nothing. I don't think that it's anything super duper crazy, and it could also be the way that my machine's reading the marks as well. Uh, yeah, I'm definitely glad that I'm getting through the sticker sheet because I want to start kind of going through and cutting out more die cut stickers, but I wanted to wait until I got all the sticker sheets done before going through and doing the die cut stickers. There we go. Okay. Oh. Okay. I don't know. It could be the way that the machine's reading them. I don't know. I mean, it's not like super duper miscut where like the where like the design's being cut off or anything like that. So it's fine, I think, for right now. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, I want to go through once I tally up all of the sticker sheets and get everything done. Then I want to go through and relook at all of the die cut stickers that I have, or like the die cut sticker designs that I have, and then go through the inventory and see what ones I want to cut out more of. Yeah, I've been waiting. I've cut out a good chunk of them. I feel like a lot of the designs I don't necessarily need to go through and cut out even more of them. But I definitely do feel like there's a few designs that I kind of want to top up on. Like I know my Pride Ghost design I want to top up because I only have I think like 30 of those. Yeah, I have like 37. I need to go through for whatever reason. I don't know what ended up happening, but I think that at some point the document didn't save correctly, and so I feel like some of my inventory numbers are now off, which sucks so much. because I don't want to have to go through and like re count everything because that is so many stickers. Thankfully, like it looks like a good chunk of them did end up saving, but I feel like there's just several different designs where I'm like, this is not correct. Like my inventory sheet says that I have like 17 of my buy potion bottle stickers in stock, and I'm like, that is not correct at all, because I know that I have more. I probably have about 30-ish to like 40-ish of those. And even like the hand with spider lily sticker, that like my inventory saying that I have 16, that could be correct, but I'm not 100% sure. So I kind of just want to go through and like kind of top up on some of them. Even like my BAD crime stickers, some of them I feel like I kind of want to top up a little bit more. I need to go through and like recount the asexual flag for the BAD crime, because it's only saying that I have 26 in stock, and I kind of want to have a little bit more. Because I want to have like a good chunk of my pride stickers have a good quality or good quantity of them. But yeah, I've been waiting to do that until I finish cutting out all the sticker sheets. Because I can only get 2 sticker sheets per page, which definitely uses up quite a bit of paper. Go figure, especially when I have now 6 designs. So I'm like, I'm trying to get, yeah, I'm pretty much using about 60 pages of sticker paper, because I want to get about 20-ish, give or take, like kind of like between 15 to 20 per sticker sheet, or per design for sticker sheets. And then I have like 6 of them. That would be that. Math. 5 would be, hold on. Oh my god, why can I not do simple math in my head right now? I want to make 20. There's 2 per sheet. That would be 10 sheets. Yes. Because that is how math works. As I said, I am not a huge fan of math, but my god, I love analytics and stats. But yeah, so I use about 10 sheets of sticker paper per design, which would be 60, and if I have like 6 designs, that would be 60 pages. So definitely need quite a bit of sticker paper, and I didn't want to put all of my sticker paper towards towards my die cut stickers, if that means that I can only have like 5 or like 6 sheets of sticker sheets available, because I want to have more than that. But yeah, something like that's going to be fun. Yeah, super duper nervous. And then I'm hoping, like, part of me is hoping that I've made enough to cover myself for a while, because I have the Pride event this weekend, and then I think I have 2 weeks of reprieve before I have my next craft fair, which is in a different location with a different company from the 2 craft fairs that I've done before. So that's going to be an experience, a very interesting experience. So we'll see how that goes. And then kind of go from there. Yeah, and then I have And then I think a week later, I have another craft fair, which is at the same location as my first two crafts. So that's also going to be interesting, but I'm hoping, like, part of me is just like, as amazing as it would to be able to sell like a good chunk of these products at the Pride Parade, there's like a small part of me that's like hoping that I don't sell too much, because that basically means that then I would be back to doing craft fair prep for 2 weeks, for another 2 weeks, to make stock for those two craft fairs. And I'm hoping that I can take just a little break from making products. I'm hoping I want to take a break but yeah, I'm hoping that I can take a break whoops. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can take a break for those 2 weeks and end up doing some other stuff. I know that on my to-do list is to start making my cosplay for Fan Expo that's in February, because normally every year I try to do one major cosplay, and I start that major cosplay in the summer. And I know last year I got extremely lucky because I normally cosplay characters from Genshin Impact. And so I got extremely lucky that I ended up cosplaying Kalabina, but as her Fatui, but with her Fatui coat, which was pretty simple to sew, especially because I was able to find a sewing pattern online, or on Etsy for the coats, and I found a pattern for the eye mask and even the hair pin, or the hair clip that's on the back of her head. I was able to find all of those patterns on Etsy, and it was pretty easy to assemble. I had pretty much all of the materials, and so I think that I was able to make that cosplay within 3 or 4 weeks of Fan Expo. But this year I would really like to revisit my Furina cosplay. I know that I've been like saying this, I think, for like the last 3 months, as one of my plans for this year is to go back and rework it. Because there's so many, it's a good first attempt and a good first draft, but there's so many fit issues, and there's so many not only just like fit issues, but also cosmetic issues as well. So like a lot of the details are kind of missing, or I half-assed the details too. So I would like to kind of go back, and I need to basically redo it from the ground up, which is going to be oh so much fun. But like I need time to do that, and so I'm hoping that I have some spare time to do that within the upcoming months. I'll probably take a little bit of a break from making products and from drawing. I don't know necessarily from drawing, but definitely from making products. I feel like I've done a lot of products. I've added in some new product types, a lot of new product designs. And so now I kind of just want to sit here and take some time to do something else. And also something that I wanted to do in the summer, but I ran out of time, was to make some summer shirts. I know that like I tried to, like I did like 2 or 3 sewing streams where I was working on one shirt, still not finished it. I'm getting close to finishing it. I just have to put the bias binding, or I have to finish sewing up the bias binding and then put all of the buttons on it. And then that's ready to go. And that's done, but there's definitely a few other shirt designs that I would like to get done too. Because I have no summer outfits and no summer shirts. It's so bad that I ended up having to resort to buying some stuff off of Amazon, which I don't really want to do. Um, I mean, unfortunately, Amazon, I mean, give or take, dependent on where things are being sourced, could technically be better than Shein. I know that I will never purchase anything off of Shein. A, fast fashion, gross. B, child exploitation and just people um just like exploration or no exploitation maybe of workers in general. It's just not something that I like. Everyone deserves basic human decency and you know, all that sort of stuff. But also the clothing is just made with very cheap material. It's like very much plastic, and not only do I not like that in general, but I also don't like the feel of it. I'm very picky when it comes down to my clothing and the way that it fits, the fabric that it's made out of, the design, the like everything. Which is why I tend to opt into making my own stuff. Because I get to customize it to my body shape, and I also get to pick out the fabric and the design and all of that sort of stuff, especially because I like a lot of the things that I tend to like is more on the Victorian side of things. So like corsets, ruffles, big poofy skirts, that sort of thing. So it's very, very hard to find stuff in that style. But not only that, but for like a reasonable price as well. But yeah, so there's definitely that I would like to go through and make as well. So I'm hoping that all of these products, again, as much as it would be amazing to sit here and sell a good chunk of these products at the Pride Parade, I am hoping that at least, I think my prediction for the Pride Parade is that I'm probably not going to sell out of everything. I think that there's definitely going to be things that I do end up selling out of, more specifically the lower quantity items. So like my memo pads, my notepads, and my bookmarks, because I don't have a lot of quantity per design. Just because they're not my best selling items or product types. They sell off and on. So I don't necessarily want to make a whole bunch and then then they just don't really sell. But so I have a feeling that, and even like maybe some like certain sticker designs that I might have not necessarily low quantity of, but mid-range quantity. So like if I have like 30 or 40 of them, I could see potentially some sticker designs selling out, and that sort of thing. But oh, I did it again. Crap. I'm like, I can see the issue from here. They ain't no more sticker sheets. They're die cut stickers now. Because I forgot to change the sticker setting. Oh, I know that if this happens, I'm thinking of just selling these as like individual sticker packs. So instead of someone getting like a sticker sheet version of them, people can just get sticker pack versions of these instead. That way then they don't necessarily go to waste, because like they're perfectly good stickers. It's just that they're not sticker sheet form. They're die cut stickers. I did that once before. Normally I'm pretty good with like checking to see if I had switched the settings back to the ones that I need, but did not do it this time. Kind of want, you know what? I should probably put these in a bag so then I don't accidentally lose them and I don't get them mixed up with the other ones. I'll put them in a smaller bag, but for the time being, these were the closest ones that I had. So I will just put them in here and then I'll transfer them to a smaller bag later. But yeah, and I was also like potentially thinking of putting them in my mystery sticker packs. But like because they're technically smaller stickers, I would put like maybe 2 or 3 of them dependent on the size. Like maybe like one of the bigger ones and then one of the smaller ones. But then that would result in someone getting like 6 stickers, which I feel like, I mean, I don't think that they would be mad about it, but I feel like people might be confused being like, oh, like it said that I would get 3 or 5 stickers. I ended up getting 6. Plus also I feel like maybe having like some sticker packs of these would probably be cool. I can also see if maybe those sell better. I don't know. There you go. Okay. Oops. This is also part of the reason why I'm like, I want to wait until I've cut out all of the sticker sheets before I even go through and do my die cut stickers. Or like start printing those out just in case I have situations like that where essentially I just lost 2 sticker sheets and I would have to reprint them. Technically I lost I think 4 sticker sheets in total. The first cuts, I feel like the first cuts are always going to be B grades because I'm still making sure that the cut lines are fine and that everything's good, which normally results in it being a B grade. But yeah. There we go. Now let me change the cut settings. Then it doesn't do this again. Oh my lord. Okay. Also, where are we at in this playlist? Because I feel like I'm kind of getting to the tail end of it. Oh yeah, I am. Okay. I think I'm probably just going to switch it to Nod Cry music. I think that that's what I'm going to do. There we go. Kind of keep it in the theme because the moon is a part of Nod Cry, so is fine. I love this song so much. I have 2 more sheets of the sticker sheets, and then I have 1 more sheet of the Pride Monarchs butterflies, and then I'll probably switch to doing making some mystery sticker packs. that's like what I originally wanted to do today, but I was like, I have this thick stack of stickers that I kind of want to print or cut out. But I'd much rather, I'm like, I might as well do that. And then once I end stream, I can then start printing out more stuff while I'm making other things. But yeah, I enjoy making these mystery packs. They're really fun. But yeah, and then I can go through and print out more stuff. I need to print out more freebie stickers, 110%. I don't have enough of the rainbow monarch butterflies that I have, and so I want to probably print out. I would like to have like a decent amount of those done, or like I would like to have a decent amount of them to kind of hand out. So I am, but because it's a Pride event, I want to have more of the rainbow butterflies than just the regular monarch butterflies. So I need to print out more of those. Print out, finish doing my count for my sticker sheets, print out any more sticker sheets that I need, and then go through all of my die cut stickers, figure out what ones I want to print out and how much, and also how much sticker paper I even have left. My bookmarks are pretty much done. Part of it is, I mean, I would have probably made more, but I'm running out of the lamination sheets that I use for my for the bookmarks. Like, I only have 2 sheets left, which each sheet can hold 6 bookmarks at a time. And so I'm kind of just working. So I'm like, I could get like an additional 12 bookmarks, but I mean, at this point, I don't feel like there's a single design that really needs like 12 or even a whole bunch of them. And then it's that thing where if I have, I don't even know how many designs do I even have of my bookmarks. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can sit here and I can make essentially either I can take like 6 of those bookmarks and make 2 bookmarks per design, or I can just make essentially 1 additional bookmark per design. And neither of those feel really worth it. In my eyes and like my time as well. I don't feel like a extra bookmark or 2 is really going to make or break it. So my bookmarks are pretty much finished. All I have to do is finish creating the tassels for the ones that I did already print and cut out, which I'll be doing later tonight. I'm like, my bookmarks are done, my acrylic keychains are done, in terms of pinning them onto the backing cards and getting those ready. My notepads, so essentially like between all of my products, I feel like realistically the only other products that I can like spend time making would be my either like the sticker sheets or die cut stickers, or my notepads and my memo pads. But and I need to change the settings. I cannot forget that again. Go change it down to 10, and then whoops, not 10 there too. There we go. But yeah, and then but yeah, essentially it's just Pretty much like the only other products that I feel like are worth time making would be more notepads and memo pads, because I do kind of have a lower quantity of those, and I still have paper and ink that I can make those with, or continue cutting out some more sticker sheets or die cut stickers. Everything else feels pretty much done. I mean, there is definitely a few things that I would need to, that I just kind of want to make sure that I have. I know that I need to fix some of my signage as well, that I'm going to have to, I have it all printed out. I just have to stick the signage, on to chipboard and then go from there. I also want to create a price list. So in the at the back of my booth, I normally have a piece of paper that I've printed out, or that I typed out all the prices to. And so it's just kind of like a price cheat sheet for us running the booth. Sometimes I get flustered and it takes me a hot minute to remember what prices I have for all my products, especially where it's just like, especially right now where I haven't really needed to memorize my prices. Like, it's like, if I don't remember, if like, I know the prices for my stickers, but like, you know, if I need to know the prices for my bookmarks, and I'm doing something, I can just like look it up online, or like there's always some sort of point of reference that I can always look it up if I forget, if I'm doing something on my computer. But like when it's at my booth, I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, I want to be able to sit here and be like, okay, yes, like this item is this amount, this item is that amount. I even like, I forgot the last craft fair that I did. I completely forgot to bring my memo pad pricing, because I had I printed out the memo pad pricing tag or signage, but I put other papers on top of it, and thus I forgot that it was there. And due to that, I left it at home. And so someone asked like the price for my memo pads. I'm like, I think that they're $8 Canadian. But I'm like, I quickly looked at my price sheets and I'm like, no, actually they're $7. And it's also very beneficial for someone. I have my friend who helps man the booth with me. She's like my booth buddy, and then I'm her booth buddy for her craft fairs as well. It's great to have someone next to you. One, it kind of keeps you, it can sometimes be lonely doing craft fairs because you're kind of like all alone. So when you have someone next to you, you can kind of converse with them if things are a little bit slow, but also like, you know, in terms of like bathroom breaks or eating breaks or anything like that, they can take over the station or the booth when you go and like take a break, which is hella nice. And so she's with me, but she doesn't know all the prices off by hand, so it's nice to have a booth, or it's nice to have a price sheet, kind of like listing out all the prices of the items, so that way then if she's taking transactions or whatnot, she knows exactly what prices to put in for that. Like, but I know I printed out the price sheets for my first craft fair, but since then I've added in so many new things that the sheet is missing stuff. So I need to create another one. I want to like type it out and like print it out, because like my handwriting can sometimes be a bit messy and hard to read. So I want it to be like crystal clear of like what each item is and have it be easily readable. That's fun. Like, that's also another thing that I need to do as well. Other than that, I think that there's nothing else in terms of my booth setup that I need to do. Which I'm very happy that I had my my second craft fair last Friday, because it's kind of it was kind of like a practice run for the Pride Parade. And it's also nice because now I'm not scrambling to find everything, because everything's at the front door ready to go. Because I didn't unpack anything after my second craft fair. So everything's ready to go. And I know that I have everything. There's like a few things that I need to add back into my bins. Like I had a baggie full of like where I had scissors, tape, and pens. But like those are like this pair of scissors that I use on an everyday basis in my room. So I had to fish that out. And then there's a few things that my friend took for her craft fair. So yeah. But other than that, I mean, everything's it, and I think that's also part of my nervousness as well, where like for the first time, like I would say that this is like the first time when I'm doing like a craft fair or when I'm vending at a place where I feel prepared. And that makes me very unsettled. It's just like, okay, like I feel like I'm forgetting something because I'm not prepared. There's always something that I'm doing last minute or or whatnot. Yeah, like there's always something that I need to do last minute or that I forgot or whatnot. So it feels really weird to be more prepared for this one, but it's also nice because it's like, okay, like I know that I have everything. And it's like I know on my way to my second craft fair, like I was kind of like doing a mental checklist, and I turned to my friend. I'm just like, as long as I have my products, my payment systems, my table, and my chairs, that is really all that one needs for a craft fair. Like, yes, my table's not going to look as good or as presentable as everyone else's, but and also like a tablecloth, but like as long as I have like those like major necessity things and I'm not forgetting any of those things, like I can still sell stuff and I can still take payments, and I might not get as many sales, but at least then there's that. And like as long as I have my products, my table, my chairs, my payment systems or like payment methods, and in my tablecloth, I'm good to go. Everything else can be extra. Everything else is just like, yeah, like if I forget it, it sucks, but like it's not like I can't do anything at the craft fair. So it's like there's that. God, I have like half an hour. So you know what? Maybe I'll just end stream early. Cause like I have to go somewhere after stream anyway. I normally on Wednesdays I go to my maker store to add in to kind of like restock any new any products, bring in any new products. So I'm going to bring in my acrylic keychains. I'm not going to add in the new sticker sheets yet. Probably do that after Pride, I need to go through and redo my can like revamp some of my whatchamacallit, my display cases, because there is like I have product on my display cases, which is, I mean, obviously like that's great, but because I'm adding in so many new variants of things and also new products, I need to find space on those display cases to put said things. So I need to kind of dwindle down some of my items. So like any designs that just haven't sold or hasn't sold well, I'll probably take down to just make room for my new products. So I know with like my sticker sheets, I'm not really happy with where I put them. I've put them with my stickers, but the issue is that the display cases I actually made myself, and so I've made them to a specific with like specific products in mind. So the display case for my stickers, I made the shelving or the back of the shelving a lot shorter, so that way then they can hold my stickers, because anything that has like too high of a backing, my stickers will just hide behind. But because the backing of each shelf is not that high, if I have any sort of tall items, they don't stand up because there's no backing for them. And so that's where with my sticker sheets, they're kind of lying down at this point, because there's no place because of the backing. The backing isn't high enough to accommodate them. And like the top shelf has a much higher backing, but smaller, but the actual shelf size for each, or the bottom part of the shelf is a lot smaller. So that way then I can't, or it's not, sorry, the shelf isn't as deep as like other things as well. And then the bottom shelf, I have it where the bottom shelf is, or the bottom display case was meant to hold my art prints. I've since removed my 8.5 by 11 art prints because they just didn't sell. Whoops. And then I've moved my notepads down to that shelf, but that shelf has a much bigger depth, or shelf depth, and the backing is higher to accommodate for those things. And so because I didn't create the shelves to be all one size, I kind of have to play around with where I want to put product, because some shelves just won't work for certain products. So I need to kind of go through, which is something that I kind of did a little bit in preparation for my acrylic keychains, but I want to go through everything and just kind of take things off the shelf that just haven't really sold or haven't sold in a long time, and especially because I can then add them to my inventory for my craft fairs and potentially sell them off that way, instead of them taking up shelf space for my in my maker store, because I only have so much shelf space. And like it doesn't really make sense to have product sitting on the shelf that hasn't really sold, because it's just taking up shelf space. It's taking up retail no, I don't know, it's just taking up space. So that was the last of those sticker sheets. Now on to my Pride Butterflies. But yeah, I think once I finish my Pride Butterflies, I'm going to end stream. Because I need to do some stuff with the products that I'm going to be adding into my shelves, and then I also need to get ready. And it's also that thing where there's half an hour left to stream anyway. And by the time that I do kind of get everything prepped for my for my mystery sticker packs, I'm probably not going to be able to get all of them wrapped up and ready to go. Then I'm just going to have piles of stickers on my desk, which I don't really want. Because I'm scared that, like, one, I have my fan going, I have my ceiling fan going, so I'm scared that over time they're just kind of going to fly all over the place. And two, I just don't really want them out and about. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's but yeah, that way then I kind of have some time. And I mean, like, by the time that I finish up the sticker sheets or sticker page, I mean, it's probably going to be like 2:45 anyway, so it's not like I'm ending stream, you know, an hour early or whatnot. But yeah, I was going to do everything last night, but I was like, there's not really much that I have to do. I just have to print out the tags and tag all my products, which won't take very long. So I was like, oh, I can do that. I could do that today. A lot of times I don't like leaving tagging products to the day of, because a lot of times things just end up going wrong, or things take me a lot longer than I thought. And then it's like, ooh, it's, you know, it's getting close to the time that I have to leave, and I'm like rushing around trying to get everything ready. So yeah. And I feel like this would be a good stopping point anyway. I feel like if it was, you know, 1 or like even 1:30, I would probably do the mystery sticker packs, but it's just not the case. Yeah, I'm glad that I got through the stickers. And then kind of go from there. And also, did it pause? Like it paused. There we go. I love this song. Yeah. I also thought that I was going to get a lot more done today, like on stream, which granted, I feel like I always think that I'm going to get a lot done, and then I get like distracted, or something ends up happening, or I get like, you know, stuck chatting, and I'm just like, ooh. And then like 10 minutes goes by and I'm like, oh, I haven't actually cut anything. I haven't actually done anything. But yeah, I was kind of worried because I thought that I wasn't going to have enough to do on stream. Because I was printing out more notepads last night. And I was like, ooh, I don't want to print out too many of them. Like, I don't want to print out too much stuff. Because I want to make sure that I'm able to actually cut everything out in time. I don't want to sit here and have, you know, like a stack of paper for notepads that I just wasn't able to cut out because I ran out of time, or even like a stack of stickers that I had printed out but couldn't cut out. So I don't want to get too ahead of myself when it comes down to printing things out. But I don't print, or I can't print using Wi-Fi because my router is technically downstairs, and my printer can't connect to my Wi-Fi. So I use my hotspot on my phone, but because I print everything using my laptop, and now I'm streaming on my laptop, I can't do my hotspot on my laptop and then print stuff using my printer, because I don't want to because I don't know how much data that will use, and I would assume that it would use a hell of a lot of data, and I'm like, I don't really want to test that out. So I make sure that I pre-print everything out before I start streaming, so then I have enough to I have enough stuff to cut out on stream. And yeah, but like this time around I was like, ooh, I don't know if I have enough. So I was printing out some notepads that I cut out last night, and I was thinking of cutting out the sticker sheets, which was part of the reason why I decided to just cut out sticker sheets or stickers this time around, because everything was already like prepped and ready, and I had everything on my desk in the first place. But I was like, oh, I'm totally going to get through the sticker sheets or the sticker paper, and then it's like, ooh, like if I need anything, I can always just cut out the book or the notepad that I had printed out last night, and then if I still have time left and I've done everything, then I can just make mystery packs, and if I finish that, then I can just make the tassels to my bookmarks. I thought that I was going to do a hell of a lot more on stream, but that is fine. It is completely fine. It's like, because like other than like a few exceptions, which I feel like what I'm currently doing right now is the most important thing, because I'm printing out new products and I'm printing out my freebie stickers, whereas like everything else is just like, you know, creating more stock just because I have the time, I have the energy, and I have the materials available to do so. Where it's like this right now, it's like I kind of have to like do this. If I don't do this, then I'm not going to have certain sticker sheets. I'm not going to have my freebie stickers, and that all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're making good progress. Like I said that I would probably be done at like 2:45, and it's now like 2. Not bad, not bad at all. That gives me like 15 extra minutes. Nice. Okay. That is now it. So yeah, so this is where I'm going to end stream. I will be back on Friday. I'm going to be reacting to Genshin Impact's 7.0 live stream. Hella excited. Very, very excited for Snows and I. Very excited to see more of like what the, you know, the plots was going to be happening in 7.0. Very excited to meet all the new characters. Hella excited to hear some of the new music. It's going to be an insane live stream. So yeah, so I'm going to react to that, and then right after I will jump back into Genshin, and I'm going to be hopefully doing and finishing the current events, the one at the Easy Breezy Summer Resort area, because I've not started or finished that. I have, however, finished the aquarium event last stream, which is amazing. Was able to get that done. Hella excited about that. But yeah, and then I'm also going to continue to explore the moon, because I've done like a good chunk of it, but there's still obviously a lot more that I can do some world quests, that sort of thing. So just kind of exploration, and then the smaller events. But yeah, thank you for joining me as I prepare products for the Pride Parade that I'm going to go to on Sunday. Super duper excited, super duper nervous. Like it's a mixture of excitement and also anxiety. I'm hoping that everything goes great. But yeah, thank you.